Hello, welcome to Medicaid training for school administrators. Your school's administrative staff. You are in a unique position to identify and help students who are considered at risk for various health problems. The goal is to refer these students and their families to the proper resources for help. Because of this reason, you were placed on the Random Moment Time Study Survey staff pool list for the Administrative Outreach Program. Since you provide referrals to services, you are required to complete a quick 5-question survey if you are randomly selected to do so. What is Random Moment Time Study and why do you have to do it? Because the Medicaid School Services Program is state and federally funded, the state needed a way to measure the amount of time school staff spend on activities that are Medicaid eligible. The Random Moment Time Study, or RMTS, is the tool that Michigan uses to determine this. Michigan contracts with a company called Public Consulting Group, or PCG, who emails surveys to you. Since you've been identified as a staff member who refers students and their families to care services, you will be responsible for completing surveys as they are emailed to you. RMTS survey responses are not a tool used by management to try and figure out what you're doing during your workday. PCG coders are the only ones who see the responses. The PCG coder is responsible for determining if you were working on a Medicaid billable activity during the specific minute of your survey. Just know that no one is looking over your shoulder. Also, do not alter your activity so that you are doing something related to Medicaid during your moment. Please go about your day as you normally would. Now let's take a look at the email and the survey itself. This is what your email will look like. The email address from PCG is listed on this slide so that you will know this is a trusted email sender. As you can see, the link to the survey is in blue near the middle of your email. You will click the link after your moment has passed. The link to your survey is not active until after the exact minute has passed. You will click the link after that moment has passed when you're ready to complete your survey. This will open several screens of training on the RMTS process that PCG provides. Click Next after reviewing that information until you get to your survey. First, you will answer if you were working or not during your assigned moment. You might answer no if it was a snow day or you needed to take a sick or personal day. You would select no moment was during a paid day off or an unpaid day off. Make your selection and click Next. You would then need to click that you agree that that is what you were doing during the time of your moment and then click Submit. You are done. This slide will be coming up later in the presentation. For today's training example, the participant will select Yes, I was working and click Next. Now you can see the entire 4-question survey. First, you will tell PCG, is the service you provided part of the child's medical plan of care for which a medical necessity has been determined? Please select an option that best matches with what you were doing at the moment of your survey. Then, who was with you? Please only include titles, no names of individuals you were with, as the PCG coder who will be reviewing your answers won't know who you were referencing if you use names. For example, if you were with a student, simply type student or teacher, social worker, vice principal, or if you were alone, simply type I was alone, etc. 3 and 4 go hand in hand. What were you doing and why were you doing that? Let's see the example for the completed survey on the next slide. In this example, the participant selected no, the service provided was not part of a medical plan of care. Who was with you? In this example, the participant was alone. What were you doing? Replying to an email received from a parent. And why were you performing that activity? The parent requested an update on their student's academic progress. You would then click Next. Now you will get an overview of your responses. You can either go back and edit your answers by clicking on the green button. But for today, the participant is satisfied with their answers. Click in the pink box that you have accurately completed your RMTS, and then click Submit Moment. You will then get this green banner on your screen. You know your moment has been successfully submitted when you see this green banner. Here are some tips for answering your RMTS survey. We ask that you complete your moment as soon as possible. You have 48 hours or 2 scheduled school days to complete the required survey. For example, you receive a survey on a Friday. Your survey is due on Tuesday of the following week, because Saturday and Sunday are not scheduled school days. Be honest, there are no wrong or bad answers. Be descriptive and clear. The PCG coder needs you to provide detail, sort of like you're painting them a picture of what you were doing during the exact minute of your survey. If not enough detail is provided, the coder will email you with follow-up questions. We know how busy you are and don't want your email inbox to continue to get follow-up questions from PCG asking for additional details. Don't forget to submit your completed RMTS. Moments are not complete until submitted. Plus, you will continue to get emails saying your moment is incomplete. Then every morning, we run a report that is sent to the special education office, updating them on all non-submitted surveys and ask them to follow up with you as well. Some specific situation tips for your survey: meeting with a colleague, such as a teacher, social worker, speech path, etc., or if you're speaking with a parent, guardian, or student, please tell MPCG what was the single topic of discussion at that assigned moment. If you were reviewing school policy or finances, what was the purpose of that review? Preparing for a meeting, what were you preparing at the time of your moment? Working on an email, what was the content of the email that you were reading or writing? If you were a professional who works between multiple locations, please answer the survey with information that what was the first task that you completed upon arriving at your next location. And questions that we have received from AOP participants. How was I selected to be on the staff pool list? Well, an administrator with your district or school knows that you are in that unique position to refer families and students to health services, and that is why you were put on the staff pool list. Do I have to start billing Medicaid? No. Staff who are identified as AOP do not bill for Medicaid. What am I responsible for? You are only responsible for completing the 5-question survey that we just reviewed and completing that survey within the 48-hour time period. And how do I get off of the staff pool list? Only a district or academy administrator can make this decision. Lastly, if you have questions about Medicaid or would like additional training, please contact a member of the Medicaid team. Thank you.